Let's move on to the classes. We can discuss now about the fallopian tube. Fallopian tube. Fallopian tube are also known as uterine tube and oviduct. We can discuss now about the fallopian tube. These are also known as uterine tube and oviduct. Fallopian tube is the internal genital organs and hollow muscular organ. Fallopian tube is a hollow, that means खोखला, muscular that means muscle से बना हुआ, organ that means group of tissues. So fallopian tube is a hollow muscular organ approximately 10 centimeter in length. 10 centimeter in length and extend from the upper pole of uterus to fembrane. That means this is the fundus of uterus and this part is the body of uterus. Fallopian tube are extend from upper part of the uterus between body and fundus and extend till fembrane. This structure is the fembrane structure of the fallopian tubes. And then the largest fembrane is the ovarian fembrane. This fembrane is the ovarian fembrane. Fembrane that means finger-like structure at the terminal portion of the fallopian tube is known as fembrane. And this largest fembrane is known as ovarian fembrane. This ovarian fembrane provide attachment of the fallopian tube to the ovary. This structure is the ovary. Then further we can discuss about the layer and structure of the fallopian tube. Fallopian tube mainly consists of the three layers. First one is the outer layer. Outer layer is known as serosa layer. Outer layer is the serosa layer. These serosa layers are further subdivided within the two types, outer and inner. Outer is the peritoneal layer and inner is the visceral layer. Outermost layer of fallopian tube is the serosa layer. These serosa layers subdivided within the two types, outer peritoneum layer and inner visceral layer. Between these both layers a fluid are present. These fluid are known as serous fluid. These fluid are known as serous fluid. Then second one layer is the middle layer. Middle layer is the muscular layer. These layers are formed by the smooth muscle structures. These muscular layers are further subdivided within the two types, outer longitudinal muscle fiber and inner circular muscle fiber, या circular layer. Like that, this is the middle layer. This outer muscle fiber is the longitudinal muscle fiber and inner direction muscle fiber is the circular muscle fiber. So this middle layer is the muscular layer. Then third one, innermost layer is the mucus layer. This mucus layer mainly consists of the ciliated epithelium tissues. Ciliated epithelium tissues, that means finger-like structures. These structures are known as cilia. So within the inner layer of fallopian tube consists of the mucus layer and the mucus layer consists of the ciliated epithelium tissues. Then further we can discuss about the part of the fallopian tubes. Then we can discuss about the parts of the fallopian tube. Parts of fallopian tube. Fallopian tube consists mainly four parts. First one is the interstitial part. This part is the interstitial part. Interstitial part. First is the interstitial part. Second one is the isthmus. Third one is the ampulla. Fourth one is the infundibulum. Fallopian tube consists mainly of the four parts. First part is the interstitial part. This part. This one is the first part of fallopian tube. This part is the interstitial part. These parts are located within the uterus. Within the uterus, first part is the interstitial part, and its interstitial part is the narrowest part. Narrowest part of fallopian tube is the interstitial part. Its length is about 1.25 centimeter long and 1 mm in diameter. Interstitial part is the narrowest part of uterine tube, 1.25 centimeter length and 1 mm in diameter. Then second one part is the isthmus part. This part is the second part. This is the isthmus part of fallopian tube. This isthmus part, this part is the isthmus part. These are located between the interstitial and ampullary part. The isthmus part length is about 3 to 4 centimeter and 2 mm in diameter. Then third one is this part is the third part. Third one is the ampulla part. This part is the ampulla part. Ampulla part is the largest part of fallopian tube. Third part is the ampulla part. This is the largest part of fallopian tube, about 5 centimeter in length and 5 mm in diameter. And fertilization occur here within the ampulla part. Fertilization, that means fusion of the sperm and ovum. And fourth part is the infundibulum part. This part is the infundibulum part, the terminal portion of the fallopian tube. This fourth part is the infundibulum part. Its length is about 1.25 centimeter and 6 mm in diameter. That means the broadest part of uterine tube or fallopian tube is the infundibulum part. Fourth part, that means infundibulum part is the broadest part, and narrowest part of fallopian tube is the interstitial part. That means first part of the uterine tube. Then these terminal portion of the uterine tube consist of the 20 to 25 in number finger-like projections. These finger-like projections are also known as fimbriae. These finger-like projections are known as fimbriae. The largest fimbriae is known as ovarian fimbriae, which provide attachment of the uterine tube with the ovary. Then further we can discuss about the blood supply. These uterine tubes are well supplied by the uterine artery, and second one is the ovarian artery. And venous drainage done by the ovarian vein. Venous drainage done by the ovarian vein. Then the functions of the fallopian tube are, first one is the transportation of gametes. Function of fallopian tube, first is the transportation of gametes. Transportation of gametes, that means female gametes is the ovum and male gametes is the sperm. So functions of the fallopian tube is the transportation of gametes, and second one is the provide perfusion and nutrition for the zygote till 4 to 5 days.